Hey guys, what's up? I'm back. I got another technical analysis for you guys. We're on part 3 now. So, we had episode 1, which was great, episode 2, which was even better, and episode 3, which is gonna shit on 1 and 2. Why? Because we're HD now, guys. I have made some adjustments. And that zoom, it was letting me down. It's only letting me upload in 360p. We can't do that. We need HD. I want it crispy. You guys need to see my numbers here. Y'all probably want to peek at my watch list. Think you're going to get some gems to invest in the future. Y'all need to see what I'm doing over here and with the tools so you can start to apply these and understand where they're at. So, we're good now, guys. The volume, everything. We're crispy. The audio should be better too. I got the mic mounted now. It's right in front of me, and I gotta get comfortable with it. I think I'm pretty comfortable right now. I can see my screen nice. I got the mic right in front of me, so we should be pretty consistent with the audio. So what I want to do today is I just want to really get into this Bitcoin. I just want to kind of follow up on what we were talking about the last 2 days or the last two episodes and kind of just, see if are we still right? Are we getting invalidated? Is there any news that's come out that could change our opinion? All that good stuff. So let's get into it. But before we get into it, I have to tell you guys, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, and it's for entertainment purposes only. All right, guys? So now that that's out the way, let's get to it. What are we looking at? Y'all know Bitcoin and USDT on the daily time frame. All right? So here we are. Our last episode, what were we saying? We were saying we had 3 levels, and that one of these levels would be the one where we get the real bounce, where the buyers would want to get excited because that risk to reward ratio, it would be, switch into their favor. Right now, the risk to reward is not in the favor of the buyers, okay, guys? It is way more in favor of the sellers, all right? So we were talking about this 50 moving average. It's this red line. Now that's HD here. Y'all can see it way better, okay? So that again is the last 50 candles. It's the average price. So we're above average. But look at the way we responded. Look at the way that we bounced off that support. Okay, we got the little horizontal support, just a little push here and that push here, and we got the 50. So we got double support here, but it is weak, guys. Look at the volume. Are people participating, guys? I'm gonna give you a second to think about that. If the volume is that low and the price is moving, you're getting a green candle here and it's going up. Are people participating? Is there big money getting involved? The answer is no. Okay? If big money's not getting involved, the market's not going to move. Okay? And the big money's not moving this price higher right now because they carry too much risk. So that means the sellers are probably loading up, getting ready to dump this. Let's look at this little resistance we got going on right here. That little yellow we got rejected here. This could have just been a little leftover, a little extra. Like just like some sputtering at the end, one final push, and now I think we're out of gas, guys. We're back under. We got that big wick rejection there, and look, we haven't even surpassed the wick in 3 days. There's no excitement here, guys. I'm expecting this thing to start to give out soon. When it gives out, maybe it might go up a little bit more. We got 16 hours and 48 minutes until this candle's done. Anything can happen in that amount of time, especially when you got Tether printing like $800 million out of thin air. We know how Tether plays. Bitcoin goes down, Tether just happens to create more supply, and then what happens right after? Bitcoin price goes up. So who knows? Knowing that Tether printed that much, we could easily see this thing pop up. Maybe it comes down a little bit more before it pops up. Who knows how this plays out, guys? What we want to do is know multiple paths and have a plan for each path. If it goes up, we got a plan. If it comes down, we got a plan. The preparation's key, guys. But let's get back to our analysis here. This level's not holding out. If it's not holding out, we would what? We would assume that this thing's going to give out, the price is going to drop, and we'll test the next level. This is our next level right here. This 40,000 range. Maybe it could be 41, 42. It could go under 40 a little bit. Just in this general price range is where we're looking to try next. Now, like I was saying, the risk to reward ratio is not in favor of the buyers, okay? It is not in the favor of the bulls right here. Now, in the last video, I showed you guys my long position tool. Here's the short position tool. Let's say you're a seller going into a short sell right now. It's pretty much like the long position, guys. It's just the risk is on top because short sellers make their money on the way down, okay? Now look at their risk to reward ratio. If short sellers are getting ready to dump here, look at that. We get to, let's say we just get to 40K. You're looking at 28% and you're only risking 13. That risk to reward is a little over 2 to 1. And that's getting in here. We had people who got in here and here at the all-time high as well. So they're probably getting ready to load up here and crack it down to 40, 40K. And that's why I think you could see a little bounce there. And then if that bounce isn't convincing enough, I think panic comes in. And now the people who get this first short are going to come in for the second one with more money because they will have more confirmation of the direction of the market. We will have the rollover. You see, we had our big move up, healthy pullback, big move up, then we had a deeper pullback, and it was more aggressive, and then we struggled to go up. We went like just up, and now it's kind of angling, still going up, but it's almost like it's turning, guys. I want y'all to picture it like it's turning, it's just up, aggressive, pullback, up, aggressive, and then more, of a deep pullback, and then it starts going like this, and now it's going like this, okay, and then it's gonna roll over, come back, set that lower high. And right in that area, I think when this thing comes down, you get that bounce. It could be a strong bounce. And I think the short sellers load up one more time, which would be right here. And boom, we take it down to 30K. And this is where the real risk to reward ratio is for the buyers. I'll show it to you again, guys. If you're a buyer, you want to get in down here. Look at where the 200 moving average is. Let's just say you got it right there. That's high right now. Okay, we're at the top of the zone. But let's just say that because that's where the 200's hovering right now. Your stop would probably be somewhere down here. Just depends on your risk tolerance. Some people like to go a little deeper. Some people like to keep it a little tighter. All right. But look at that. Just to this level, it's not that good. You're not going to target 40K. You're probably going to target higher, which would probably be this level. 51% to risk 16 if you're getting in here. Not bad, guys. See, the buyers, even if the buyers want it, they just don't want it here. They want it where they really want it. And when I say buyers, I'm talking about the market movers. I'm not talking about retail traders who don't know what they're doing, okay? So, now, like we always cover really, Tether printed that money. We got to keep that in mind, okay? That does change things a little bit. It's a pattern we've observed. So we do got to keep that in mind. But assuming that money's not enough, we're due for a dump, guys. I really just feel we're due for a dump. And, I just kind of showed you my personal outlook on how I think this plays out. We get this, little sputter here. We dump down to the 40K range, get a cool little bounce, but it sets a lower high. So you'll have your high, your lower high somewhere here, and then that will begin your downtrend. And the downtrend, I think, is going to shoot down to 30K. And there's a lot of negative news coming out about Bitcoin, guys. Y'all who got my social media, y'all see all my posts. There's people calling it the China coin. It's getting called blockchain 1.0. It's ancient tech, I just watched Anthony Pompliano get destroyed. Like destroyed. For all y'all who don't know, Anthony Pompliano is a big Bitcoin maxi. He just got crushed in a debate, guys. He got crushed. I almost felt bad for him. Almost. He shouldn't be pumping something scammy like that. But anyways, we saw a little push today on Bitcoin. Really, the last few days, we've seen it push. We were down here in the 51K, and we pushed up to 55, 56 today and yesterday. So that's nothing, especially at these numbers. The percentages shrink. Moving thousands, the more expensive this price gets, when you move thousands of dollars, you're still it's less percent. If you go from 10 cents to $1, That's a lot of percentage. But if you go from 55,000 to 65,000, even though it sounds like, whoa, that's $10,000, because of how much money you'd have to put in to make that 10,000, it's still tiny as a percentage. That's why it's not as like exciting. It's not as enticing. You know what I'm saying? And again, nobody's enticed here, guys. Nobody. That's why Tether probably printed the money. So, oh, let's go set a new all-time high. I mean, it's definitely in the realm of possibility, guys. That's why I'm not involved right now. I want more confirmation on my analysis before I'm ready to make a play. If I was going short, I think I would be ready. I think I would be, because this is such a great entry, because you're so close to the all-time high. So if I was going short, I wouldn't mind getting in right now. You can mitigate your risk real nice. But if I was going long, no way. We gotta break this resistance, guys. This is the highest price ever. Look at your risk to reward. Because that's the highest price, that's the last resistance, okay? So let's just put it at the top there. You'd have to go below the support a little bit. Again, depends on your tolerance. I mean, come on, you're risking 13% to make 10%. Come on, guys. Near an all-time high, this whole area is a resistance level psychologically. Come on, guys. All these people who bought here and bought here and here and here and here and bought all up in here and bought in here and bought in here. You don't think they're like, man, we should take some profits? It's been going up for a long time, guys. This is December over here. We've been exploding since December. It's almost April, guys. It's almost April. So I mean, again, keep open. You want to be open-minded in this industry. You got to be open-minded, okay? You can't, if you get a bias, you're in trouble, okay? And that's why I say prepare, have a plan for all things. I am under the assumption that it's very possible for Bitcoin to go set a new all-time high. Not because of fundamentals, though. Not because all this money's excited at the great opportunity of this entering in at this price point. Not because of that, but because there is market manipulation. Okay? That's why. Because Tether's printing money up. That's why I'm aware that it could go up. I do not rule that out. It's just, is the money they printed up enough to stop all the big sellers who are getting in? See, we're witnessing a battle. You're watching big money play, okay? They're going at it. There's big money on both sides. There's big money who wants to crash this price down for multiple reasons, whether it's because they want to destroy a project or if they want to, get the price down cheaper so they can scoop it up, to get more and accumulate position and size. I mean, it could... there's so many things that take place, and we just got to be aware of all those things, guys. So let's go down to a shorter time frame real quick, just see what's going on in the micro. On 1 hour chart, look, we got this big dump and it took forever. We got a cool pop here through the 200 and we're holding. 50's about to cross through the 200. That's usually a big buy sign for people. But if you were, even you have no experience, okay? Let's assume you have no experience. You would guess the trajectory of this red 50 moving average line is going to cross through this white line. Okay, we just saw the green do it. You would assume the red is going to do it, right? If that's the case, and that's what most people are anticipating, and they know that's a buy trigger, why is the volume so low? Look at that volume, guys. Look at that volume. Look at all of it. Especially after a big move. This big move should have excited them. It should have got them to be like, oh, this price is about to take off. Look how many people just pushed it and we broke through the moving average. They tried and immediately came down. And then the next try was less. They couldn't even try this much. Are they even that excited? They might be turning, their perspective here. They might be changing their mind. They might be getting a little spooked. Like, hold up. Especially because we're at this resistance. Okay? And if that's the case, this could be rolling over and boom, we dump. Let's go to a 15 real quick. Almost done with this analysis, guys. 15, we did get the cross. You see? And as it crossed, you saw the people push the price up right there. And what happened? The volume increased because that's how they play it. That's how they play that crossover. It's called a golden crossover, guys. Got the wick through it, and boom, people got confident and jumped in with all this volume. And look at that weakness. It didn't take off. It didn't show. It didn't show greed. It didn't show momentum. It didn't show excitement. It didn't show the fear of missing out. None of that. It just pulled back. Comes up, volume lower than on that initial move. Not a good sign, guys. More volume spikes here. Barely sets a new high though from this high. Barely. Even with all this volume. This is not good. And then look at the most volume of them all, and you get this. Barely a new high. Still rolls over. That 50 right there on the 15-minute, that bad boy's about to give out. Sandwich between the 20 and the 50. Look at that. As I say it, come on, guys. This thing's coming down. It's literally going to free fall to this 200. We're coming down to 54K here, guys. As soon as that 50 moving average gives out. Let's go to a 5-minute. I'm just giving you an idea of how, like, you can see different bits of information. It's like a microscope, okay? Now we're seeing what's going on in this little section. Right here, we're getting a more microscopic view of the actual action taking place. We see a big explosive move, and look at the pullback. Look at that, guys. I'm even more confident now. The pullback went deeper than where the move started. This guy ran out of money. Okay? Why did he run out of money? You'll have to buy my course or join my webinar or take one-on-one lessons to find out. But this guy ran out of money. Pulls back, pushes up, no excitement, pulls back. Look at that beautiful wick. Such a big rejection to the bears. Like, oh, we tried to push it down and the buyers step back in, and look, they did nothing. Pull back, takes off again, lower high. Here's your high, here's your lower high, and now it's rolling over. We're under both moving averages, sandwiched between the 200. This thing's ready to come down. Look at that volume. Look at that volume. It just fell off. There should be excitement here after a big explosion like this. And there's not. And I think that's because the sellers are stacking up and they're ready to dump this, guys. We're at 55.9. I expect to wake up. What time is it? It's 2:25 a.m. right now. I'll probably be waking up around 10 a.m., maybe 11 a.m. Depends. I got a few things I got to do before I go to sleep. But I expect Bitcoin to, again, I know market manipulation and tether's a possibility, but assuming, just pretending that like, let's put that on the side, off just a technical analysis, I expect this to come down. Some people could argue there's a low and there's a higher low, and that's true. But again, is the risk to reward there? I don't think it is. Maybe you get a little good risk to reward on a scalp trade, but to enter a position, So guys, I think that's pretty much all we gotta go over. Like we'll just keep following up with this, and I'll keep slipping y'all cool little pieces of game and knowledge, and we'll just follow these trends, follow these markets. I mean, a lot of y'all who are listening to this, I know a lot of y'all are new. There's more to this than just looking at candlesticks, okay? Fundamentals is key. Knowing the news, knowing the information and the data that goes along with the products you're invested in or trading in is so key, in your decision making. There's trading psychology, there's risk management. It's more than just patterns and candlesticks and all that, guys, okay? But anyways, I hope this video is helpful. I hope y'all learned a little bit something, and we'll get back at it here real soon, And again, give me feedback. Give me some good feedback, guys. I'm not always going to do Bitcoin. I'm just doing Bitcoin for now until we see how this big move plays out. And then eventually we'll look into actual trades I'm taking and whatnot. That's coming, I promise, okay? But right now I just want to show y'all how this like style of analysis works. This approach, okay? And I'm not trying to overwhelm you guys. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. I got a couple more things to do. It's 2:30 in the morning. I almost skipped the video. I almost didn't even want to do it, but my energy's just on another level right now, guys. Something's clicked, you know? I feel like rejuvenated. I feel like I'm just ready to, take over the world, you know? Anyways, guys, this is a story for another time. I'll give y'all a lesson on that later. But yeah, take care, guys. Good night. I'm about to head out.